In this lesson, we will learn about the volume of a sphere. Let's start. Consider this sphere. Now, this sphere have the radius r. The formula to find the volume of this sphere V is 4 over 3 pi r cube. Let's see some examples on how to use this formula. For these examples, we take pi as 3.14. First example, find the volume of this sphere when its radius is 4 centimeters. Since the radius is given as 4 centimeters, we can substitute r with 4. Now, let's simplify 4 cube. To do so, 4 cube is the same as 4 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 4, which is equals to 64. Let's write this down here. Next, since pi is given as 3.14, we can substitute this pi with 3.14. From here, we can find the volume by calculating these numbers. 3.14 multiplied by 64 gives 200.96. Now, this term is the same as 4 bracket 200.96 over 3. We can multiply 4 with 200.96. This gives 803.84. Next, 803.84 divided by 3 gives 267.95. Note that this number has no meaning unless we include the unit for it. Since the radius is in centimeter, the volume will be in cubic centimeter. Hence, the volume of this sphere is 267.95 cubic centimeter. Next example. The volume of this sphere is 113.04 cubic feet. Find its radius, r. Now, let's begin with the formula for the volume of a sphere. V equals 4 over 3 pi r cube. Here, we can see that since the values for volume and pi are given, we can find the radius r by solving this equation for r. Here's how. First, it is easier to work with this equation if we rewrite it as V equals 4 pi r cube over 3. Next, note that we can remove the fraction in this equation by multiplying both sides of the equation with 3. This gives 3v equals to 4 pi r cube. Now, since pi is given as 3.14, we can substitute this pi with 3.14. Next, we multiply 4 with 3.14. This gives 12.56. Next, we can substitute v with 114.04. 3 multiplied with 113.04 gives 339.12. Alright, now we have 12.56 r cubed equals to 339.12. Let's rewrite this equation so it will look neater. Now, notice that, to get closer to find r, we need to remove 12.56. To do so, we divide both sides of the equation with 12.56. By doing so, we have r cube equals to 339.12 over 12.56. Next, we divide 339.12 with 12.56. This gives 27. Now, since r cube is equals to 27, we can find r by calculating the cube root of 27. Cube root of 27 gives 3. Again, this number has no meaning unless we include the unit for it. Since the volume is in cubic feet, the radius of the sphere will be in feet. Hence, the radius of the sphere is 3 feet. That is all for this lesson. Try out the practice question to further your understanding.